this week is all about acceptance, and acceptance is something that we are all getting used to, because we are in a situation where acceptance is important for us. It is important from the point of view of that we accept ourselves within the circumstance, that we accept the circumstance which is bigger than everything else now, and we accept those around us. So essentially it's three levels of acceptance that the human being across the world is needing to deal with it. And so we open today with the theme of acceptance, and I'll go straight to Swamiji. So I won't cut the gauntlet on this. Swamiji, tell us what to you is the essence of acceptance.
Uh, okay, so my background started with non-acceptance. I was a different child, so nobody accepted me in my childhood. So I've
Right.
struggled with acceptance because I had all these millions of questions about our culture, our values, our religion, everything. I want to know why, and nobody encouraged me that because nobody maybe they didn't know what how to answer.
Right.
So I have struggled with this acceptance, and then because of this non-acceptance, I grew up with a lot of guilt and with a lot of complexes. That, oh, I'm not a good person. I'm not a believer. Maybe there is something wrong in me because everybody is saying that. How can you say that you don't believe in God? You have to believe in God. But I said, well, I want to believe, but you guys don't explain to me what it is. So acceptance has been very, very, crucial part in my whole life. But luckily, what happened when I came and met my guru in Rishikesh in the Shivananda Ashram, and when I met him, he must be in his late 70s. And first time in my life, I met somebody who was non-judgmental, who was not, questioning who you are, what you are, what you know. He was his only approach. How can I help you? So that is where I learned that yes, acceptance is actually very much part and parcel of our ancient lifestyle. Somehow we have lost it. We have this ideal human being definition imprinted into our head so much that whenever we start any practice, oh, अरे ये तो मेरे बस का नहीं है, छोड़ दो. So, and specifically, I see this in the field of yoga and meditation, and all those people who have managed to come to spiritual life, they suffer more from this non acceptance. We are not ready to accept that we are failing in meditation. We are not ready to accept that I can't pose like Silpa Shetty. We can't accept our limitations. So I have seen this happening to wide range of people in my 16 years of life in the monastery. And what I learned from my guru is learn to accept your limitations and accept it. My mind is driving me crazy. Accept it. If I don't accept, I cannot grow in my path of meditation.
You cannot move forward. So that's very, very true.
I cannot. We cannot move forward at all.
That's right. That's right. Pooja, what is your what to you is acceptance? How do you go about just accepting?
Unless you accept yourself the way you are, who you are, and what you bring into this world with all your shortcomings, you can accept yourself. Only then I think you are in a space to accept others the way they are. That's my take on it.
Very, very true. Sanjay, what about you? Has the journey of self-acceptance been a difficult one for you?
Guruji has summarized it. He's spoken very well about acceptance. And then puja. For me, self-acceptance would be accepting yourself as for whatever you are, with your good qualities and as well as bad qualities. And acceptance doesn't mean that you have accepted your shortcomings, your flaws, and your imperfections, also perfections. But thereafter you do not move forward, do not improve upon. So, firstly, accepting your drawbacks, and then thereafter improving upon it, working on it to improve upon it. And that comes when you have self-love. So so self-acceptance is a stepping stone for self-love. So it is very important, to understand your shortcomings and work upon it and try to be a better person.
Very true. Swapnil, I'll come to you now. And in terms of acceptance, do you find the journey of acceptance a difficult one for you? Just accepting yourself first.
Probably yes, because a lot of times acceptance for yourself is harbored when someone else accepts you. You know, a lot of times it is other people accepting you that causes you to accept yourself. It's very important. Like, unless one is developed at that stage where you can say that, you know, this is me and I accept it unequivocally, till that time you do need support from people. And once that happens, I would say yes, self acceptance is something along the lines of you accepting the moment or yourself or your mind, body, whatever it is, as it would be right now, not wishing it to be otherwise.
That's
That would
right.
be.
Not wishing it to be otherwise is very important, because that is part of it.
Very
I'll come to you,
important.
Sanjay, in just a minute. I'm just going back with your question to Swamiji. And that is, Swamiji, what is the difference between self-love and self-acceptance? Are they subsets of each other? Are they, or are they separate entities from each other?
So I'm not sure exactly the understanding of self-love. The way I understand self-love, bit of a negative, bit of egoistic side. But I don't know on what context you are quoting this term self-love, because self-love can be also very positive. Self-love can be also very dangerous. If I
Yes.
am all about I, me, and myself with full of
It's
ego,
a
then
balance
that
is very
self-love is
important.
not. Yeah, so that self-love is really very, dangerous. It can make us very egoistic, and
Right. Right.
we are always full with air and all that stuff.
I
So
think
I feel self-accepting my limitations, and then the desire or the passion to grow out of it, to transform, to become a better human being, to become just evolved conscious journey, and a journey towards an evolved consciousness. So self-love is a very tricky part, is what I understood. Because self-love, as far as it is there to make us grow, not be stagnant with ego, and not be
right.
stagnant with I, me, and myself, with that air.
Right.
So that understanding is very important.
It's
So
very
this is
important.
what I would understand. Yeah.
Very, very true. Yes, Sanjay, you were going to say something. Sorry, I just wanted to get
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it was the first question of yours. How much that I struggled with self acceptance. I just give you my personal example. A few days or maybe a month back, when I decided to quit smoking and not smoking, sorry, quit drinking, because I was not an alcoholic, but I was sometimes overdo it and not being moderate as well. So I one day I did the exploration, I did inner reflection. I decided this is not doing well for me. I should be quitting it. So I accepted the fault, the very fact that I accepted it, that I have a problem here and I need to work on it. So it was a big struggle for me. But then yeah, for almost about a month, I'm off alcohol.
I think the struggle is very important. It also kind of focuses us into ourselves and accepting the fact of who we are, and then growth happens. So I don't think there is growth without acceptance. You have to accept. Now, just
Oh
taking this a
yes,
little
absolutely.
forward into the world outside, and the fact that when things don't go our way with other people, we refuse to accept. Has that been an easy journey for somebody like you, Pooja, or is it a tough journey? When things don't go our
I
way,
think I
we
didn't
don't
get your
accept.
question.
When things don't
I
go
didn't
our
get your
way,
question.
okay, I'm repeating it. When things don't go our way, we refuse to accept. Yeah. So has that journey
Mhm.
been an easy journey for you or a tough one?
Um, I'm pretty, I'm not that stubborn, actually. I'm pretty open. I don't have like big expectations. So I'm a firm believer of the law of attraction. I just put it out there and the divine will take care of the outcome. So I think not accepting the way things are turning out is a very childlike scenario we all get trapped into. It's how our early child givers or environment we grow up in, it shapes us and molds us into these kind of patterns and behaviors that we have. We don't accept, things don't go our way. It's a very childlike thing, It's like my son throwing a tantrum if he doesn't get something that he wants. And once you know that we need to get out of that pattern and we need to accept things the way we are, and we need to recondition and rewire our mind and reprogram it. And then you have to keep telling yourself with self-talk, okay, things won't always work out the way you wanted. The outcome will not always be the way you have expected it. So just accept it. And I think then you are in a space where you can accept things when they don't go according to you. So for me also, it's been like that. I have had my share of failures and successes.
We always do. I mean, I think it's on a daily basis that we come across some kind of disappointment or failure when things don't go our way, and it's important what we talk to ourselves. Swapnil, for somebody like you at your age, what do you talk to yourself and say when something like this happens, where you have to accept something with difficulty? A lot of times we have to accept things with difficulty because we want them in a different way for ourselves.
Taking present situations into account, this pandemic, for example, accepting this has been difficult. It caused a lot of hardship, a lot of trauma to a lot of people. And when you have something like this, the first thought that you have is like, it is a sort of acceptance, but in a negative way, I would say. Like, oh, this has happened. Something else might have happened that would have been even worse. Sometimes that is a chain of thought comes along. And other times it's, oh, it's your karma. Like, these sort of pessimistic things, they do tend to take hold of you at first. But later on, if you make your peace with the situation as it is, not as you would like it to be, it gets a lot easier. And creative pursuits also obviously help in like bad times. If you have something good to keep you occupied, whatever it may be, whether it's a house, your children, your practice, whatever it may be. So those sort of things help.
I think it's very important to have something that you can go to, especially when you need to accept something that's very difficult. Like Sanjay was just saying, the release of alcohol, that's a huge thing that a lot of people struggle with. And you have to, I know from experience, that you have to put something in place of alcohol to go to. And that gives you a reason to go forward. Swamiji, what would the internal dialogue within yourself be on something like this, where you are almost pushed to accept something that is not going your way, especially in the present circumstance like a pandemic?
So I would like to narrate a very small incident that actually happened between me and my teacher, my guru. So in the ashram, people are people wherever you go. Everywhere you have people with their own attitude, with their own way. So there was one person whom I could not accept in the ashram, and we were always at loggerheads all the time. And I had this ego that I am right and this person is wrong. So I was really suffering with that. And so my guru was a very optimistic person. His focus was always that, try to talk to yourself all the time about positive things. Generate all the time positive vibration, positive energy. Because the self-talk is very, very important. The amount of times we say negative things to ourselves, we develop a negative aura, a negative energy, and we attract everything negative towards us. So his focus was always on that. So one of his favorite tagline is, try to see the silver lining in the darkest of the clouds. So this has been like, the thing that we grew up with. He was always focusing on this. So he would say, try to see the silver lining in the dark of the clouds. And I would always struggle with this idea. I said, look at this man. He's in the monastery. He's not supposed to be doing all these things that he's doing. And how do you expect me to see silver lining here?
Where is the silver lining here?
Always struggle. I said, maybe you are in an evolved consciousness, so you are able to see that. I can't. The moment I see, I only see darkness. So what do I do? Give me an example. How do I convert this into positive? And he said such a simple thing, but so profound that it has still impacted me in my life till now. He said, look, so you, for some reasons, you don't like this person. So do you ever want to be like this person in your life? I said, no, I don't want never be like this person. He said, don't you think you should be thanking the universe, thanking God, that here is a bright example right in front of my eyes, like whom I should never become. So you don't know. Here is an example. I don't want to become like, thank you for telling me what I should not become like this. Suddenly what happened, the hatred and the negativity that was coming toward this person
It all
becomes a
dissolves.
process of thankfulness, thankfulness. And for a 17-year-old person, it was a big revelation for me. Oh, so this is also a way of converting yourself. So we were like trained to, try to convert every adverse situation into your strength, however difficult it may be.
It might be very
And then there are certain aspects that were said that, look, can you do something about it? Do you have that ability to change the situation? Go ahead and change it. If you cannot change it, then just accept that your role is here. So you have to find your own peace with it. This finding peace is purely personal, purely individual. It will be different for each of us. We have to find, nobody can tell us, nobody can give us a potion that we can drink and find this balance. So it is an individual thing that we need to do. So I feel that uh, for to be able to accept any adverse situation is very important. First, that we started talking about is acceptance, and then also this positivity, this fire, this passion to have a positive approach towards everything, even if things are going
and not
really,
going
really
your
bad,
way.
like pandemic. And not
Right,
going away. Pandemic is one of the biggest teachers that we can say, that we are so helpless,
right,
and
right, right.
this we take it in a different way, in a positive way, that we are really so helpless. I mean, we are thinking, oh, I am this and I am that. I will say I was a software developer, I made millions of dollars and this, and everybody has something, but one small thing which can
It's
go
all
away with the
gone.
soap.
Very true. Very, very true. That's very true.
So I think this was the approach we were given to deal with, your
Right.
melancholy, your frustration, your depression.
Right, right, right. Sanjay, what is your self-talk when you come up with something like this, like you were narrating right now? How do you talk to yourself, or how do you talk yourself out of something?
For me, meditation really works. So when I was trying to quit alcohol, so I was always continuously thinking about it, how to go about it, and what should I do? How, should I go party with people or not? Because there'll be temptations, and a lot of things are going on. So the
Right.
meditation, number one, worked for me, and secondly, the inner reflection and explorations. And one very important thing which I did was I had a worksheet. On worksheet I had written down that why should I be drinking or why shouldn't I be drinking, and I pasted it on the glass in front of the dressing table or bathroom, and I would read that like maybe 10 times or 20 times, that yeah, you have to quit, you have a target, you have a timeline to quit. So that really worked for me. So this is how I did my personal example. And inner reflection, self exploration, and meditation is one of the best thing that happened, for me to quit the habit of alcohol.
Lovely, lovely. So that's a circumstance thing. Now let's go to the third aspect of it all. I always believe that acceptance is in three forms. The third aspect is the acceptance of people, and people are, again, it's about my way over your way or the highway. So that is a huge thing when you come to other people.
Very
So
well said.